How's it going, guys? RNG Life here, and today Yami Marik has officially dropped. He is an unlockable character, so I hope you guys are having good luck farming him. If not, I do have a good farming deck that I can go ahead and show you guys. This deck does guarantee you about 7 to 8k points, depending on how you run it. You can run Dark Magician of Chaos instead of Blackluster Soldier if you aren't. Another thing you can do is if you don't have good Goblin Housekeeping or you don't want to run it, you can also just run Jars' Greed. It's up to you. The basic premise of this deck is that you're going to end it with Gravekeeper's Vassal. You run Labyrinth Builder, so you're going to have a Labyrinth Wall. The thing is, one of the most important things you need right off the bat is you need some kind of card that's going to increase your defense. So, everybody's running Yellow Luster Shield, which is a good card. Yeah, it is a really good card. It increases the defense of all monsters on your side of the field by 300 points, making your Labyrinth Wall 3,300, making it untouchable. Like, he cannot touch it. Like, if you get this off, your farm is more or less guaranteed, unless, I don't know, something weird happens. I think if you get this off, you're pretty much guaranteed. So you need to get this card. Alright, it's either that one, and I also threw in Sorcerer's Spell Wall because it does the same exact thing. Gives you 300 points defense. You only need it on your opponent's turn, so he can't run over it. I like this one more because it is a field spell. So you could put this in the field spell zone and it doesn't clog up your back row. So if you do have your back row set, you can put more stuff back there just to hold it, because one of the problems with this deck is the hand size limit. One thing I do think would probably ruin a farm is if you have a hand that is full of important last turn cards. I'm gonna go ahead and show off the deck and show exactly how it runs. So let's go ahead and take him on. And here he is. We got Yami Marik looking really imposing. Let's go ahead and just jump right in. And there he is, looking crazy as hell. Alright, so we got Yami Marik over here. We're going first. Alright, fair enough. That just lowers our chances of getting that those cards. Also, another thing, if you feel like the deck is not consistent enough, you can try maxing out on Sorcerer's Spell Wall and Yellow Luster Shield. I think first things first, we're going to go ahead and activate this. And we're going to put back 2 cards to activate our Labyrinth Builder. We're going to put back this one, definitely. And I guess we'll put back a Magical Mallet, because we don't need it yet. And we do need this, but we're going to need it later. Because the whole thing with Marik, I'm going to go ahead and explain his ability. Marik's ability is, he has the ability to basically burn you. I forgot the name of the ability, but I mean, it just showed it too, and I already forgot the name. He basically burns you 100 points for each monster, or for each card in your graveyard. So if you start using a bunch of cards, he's gonna start burning you for like way more each turn. So if we got 7 cards in the grave, it's 700 damage each turn, which I mean can be a bad thing. That is why we run Aegis of Gaia, so we can just get a free 3,000 life points in addition. So it kind of helps out. But he does have that mask on the field. Usually when he has that, he is gonna go for the Masked Beast eventually. Alright, then we got that Magical Mallet, pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just set this, because we're going to need it eventually. And the good thing about this, I mean, it doesn't take up a field slot, so it's kind of here. We have 2 field slots to play with, and we don't have anything clogging. So if we do draw on too many cards, we can set something we don't want to discard. So, let's see. Now that he has all those, we're just going to end. This is pretty much all you do. As soon as you get that 3,300 Labyrinth Wall, all you do is pass turn and manage your hand. So this deck becomes like a hand management thing. So we're gonna keep passing. We're gonna draw some cards to use Magical Mallet, because I don't want to waste Magical Mallet just like that. We want to get our draw cards. Alright, Yellow Luster Shield. We want to get those Goblin Housekeepings. There it is. Alright, so that thing's out. And the whole reason you need your monster at 3,300 is because of that guy. So once you're at 33, he cannot fight you. Alright, so no matter what he does, it doesn't matter. He can't stop us. And alright, so he's gonna start taking damage now. We need a Pot of Benevolence to be able to kind of put stuff back into his deck. So we're gonna activate the Magical Mallet, and let's go ahead and put back all our last turn cards. or pretty much anything we don't need. We can put back the whole hand if we want. I mean, they're all unnecessary cards. But we do have some fodder to discard. So let's draw. Alright, there is Pot of Benevolence. Let's go ahead and activate it. I like this card in this farm build because of the fact that it banishes itself, so it doesn't end up in your grave. So that's really cool. And we're going to put these back into his deck, so we don't have to worry about him decking out before us either. Because of, he also has a card, I think one of the cards that works with this guy. It's one of those spells that I think once you play it, it's basically just shuffle it into your deck, but it has an effect with him. So for now, we're going to set this. We're going to set that, and we're going to go ahead and pass turn. Alright, there's Shadow Game. It's starting to burn me. Alright, so because I only have one card in the grave. I can go ahead and activate Good Goblin Housekeeping. This is going to put something at the bottom of my deck. I might as well. I don't need a Union attack right now, so I'll go ahead and put that at the bottom. I drew a Shield and Sword, so whatever. The main point is to get it in the grave. Another cool little tech that I made with this deck is you can Pot of Benevolence when he has one card in the grave or whatever, and you just want to put it back into his deck. You can Pot of Benevolence your last Good Goblin Housekeeping back into your deck, and then like Magical Mallet draw it or whatever. And if you do, you get another free like 3 draws or 2 draws technically. You plus 2. So I think that's a really cool play. But for now, we're just gonna keep passing turn.
My turn. Draw. My turn is over. Here we go.
All right, and the whole thing here is we're just gonna manage our hand and pass turn over and over and over again. So. And remember, we do not want to discard important cards. So I think this is good because now that we have an extra field spot, we could set something that we need, maybe like a Union attack or something. But what do we have? 6 cards in hand. We're gonna pass because we're not running Hieroglyph. So since we're not running Hieroglyph, we don't have the ability to hold 7 cards. So he's starting to discard. Okay, he's starting to discard. Let's see what we got. Ritual Foregone. Alright, we don't need all these cards in our hand right now. One thing I can go ahead and do is I could just pass and discard like Yellow Luster Shield or something, or maybe the field spell that I have in my hand. I would, because, or I can actually save it and I could just set like Ritual Foregone because I need it anyway. I really do. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this. This is the good thing about this farm. So about this deck, I mean. Alright, so it also helps that we don't take extra damage per turn. Alright, so he's starting to send more cards to the grave. He's got 2 in the grave right now. We can activate Benevolence once again. So we can go ahead and activate this just to get it out of our hand. We're gonna put back his 2 masks just so he doesn't burn himself to death, because we don't want him to die before we get a hold of him. So we're at 7, he's at 9. We're already doing pretty well. We're on a path to success right now. So we do get burned every turn, but that's what this one card is, Gaia. We basically pop it and heal up a lot. Also, another thing I like to do, and you need Force Ceasefire for the last turn. So you're gonna set this when you have 1 card left in your deck, and then on the turn that you draw that card, you're gonna activate it. But one thing I do like to do is, let's see. Okay. Alright, so right now, what we're going to go ahead and do is, I don't want to set this yet. I could, I mean, I really could set this, but then it kind of ruins my Good Goblin Housekeeping, so I don't want to do that. So if anything, I'm just going to go ahead and start pitching. One thing I do like to do, or one thing that you can also do, is you can go hard and just pitch a bunch of cards and burn yourself, so you can kind of make your life points low at the very end, which is something you can try. There's that Magical Mallet. I could set it and then pass turn and wait to see what I draw next turn, which I think would be a smarter play. So I can put some stuff back, extra stuff back or whatever. Let's see, he's gonna burn us for 300 again. Oh, there's the mask that he's gonna constantly put that back into his deck. Alright, so that's a good thing. He doesn't get a card in the grave, and he's burning himself slowly. There's that Pot of Benevolence. Alright, so we're going to put back everything except Pot, I think, or maybe the Trap as well. So let's activate Magical Mallet. And I'm only running 2 mallets in this build. Some people run 3, but let's see. We're gonna put back Lackluster Soldier. Put back Shield and Sword. All the last turn cards. Union Attack. Vassal. We could put back the Field as well, if we really wanted to. But I think I'm gonna hold off on it. I'm gonna keep it just for discard fodder. And there's our second Good Goblin Housekeeping. That's our second, right? Gotta make sure. Yeah, that's only our second. We didn't even get to use all our Good Goblins. So I guess from there we're gonna go ahead and pass. And yeah, we're good. He can go ahead and burn himself a bit, but we're gonna go ahead and heal up, because why not? Why not heal up? But we're gonna go ahead and activate this first. Then we can go ahead and activate this, because it is a glossy. So now we gain 3,000. He cannot destroy it. He can't destroy our back row, but we can put something at the bottom of our deck. The only thing we don't want at the bottom is Forced Ceasefire. We don't want that at the bottom. It'll ruin the farm. So right now we're gonna go ahead and put back, I guess, Shield and Sword. All right.
Here we go.
So he's starting to burn himself quite a bit. Let's go ahead and stop that. And let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it by activating Pot and put back 2 of his cards or whatever. So put back those 2. Alright, so they go back into his deck. He has 1. He's gonna only take 100 damage per turn. And right now we can go ahead and set this, but we probably won't be able to use it because we're gonna have to draw 3, and that's just not a good idea right now. So I think at this moment the best thing we can do is just discard Good Goblin Housekeeping, or I mean, since we don't really have anything to use anymore, we could just set Forced Ceasefire if we don't want to discard it. But I kind of do, so let's go ahead and just end and discard all the cards we don't really need. So let's discard this one. And you do want 1 card to discard at the very end, so because you need it for Ritual Foregone. So
prepare yourself. I draw.
Ideally, you want lower life points than your opponent, though. So right now we're gonna go ahead and set the main card we need, or Ceasefire. We might not get the optimal amount of points because it's all about managing. I tried to keep less cards in my grave, but if you go hard right from the beginning and start sending a bunch of cards to the grave, then in that case you can take more damage and your life points will be lower. But in this case I played it a bit too safe, and now my life points are too high. So right here we're just gonna go ahead and end, because I think that's all we got. We're not gonna discard for this turn, so that's kind of lame, because I wanted to be under him in life points, but whatever. But it's just basically, it varies. It depends on how you run the deck. I've been swapping it up ever since. So let's go ahead and pop this. Forced Ceasefire. We're gonna go for our last turn plays right now. Let's discard Sorcerer Spell Wall. Let's discard this. First things first, Shield and Sword. And one thing you might notice is we're not running a Secret Pass in this deck, and that is because we can just run into his monster because we get enough attack. But here it is, Ritual Foregone. We can pitch our second unnecessary card. Let's summon him. And then we get to... Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, we pay 1,000. Sorry about that. I was getting confused there. So yeah, you only need 1 card to pitch at the very end. I don't know why I just got confused there. But we're good. So now we can go ahead and summon Gravekeeper's Vassal. And the field also helps with the kind of attack boost. So now we can go ahead and Union Attack. Unfortunately, this is a Union Attack build. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and power him up. I'll try making a non-Union Attack version for all you guys who are not who don't have these cards, so no problem. Alright, so let's go ahead and boost him up. And now that we have that, let's see. This isn't glossy, so we're good. Now we can go ahead and attack. Alright, so this should be the end right here. Look how strong it is. 14k. So even if I attack into his strongest monster, we still deal over 10k damage, so it doesn't matter. Like we completely wreck him right now. So let's go ahead and do that. And you know what? Just for the disrespect, let's attack his weakest one. Bam! All right, so 1,300. If we would have attacked the other one, we still deal like 1,200, so it doesn't matter. I mean 12,000 or whatever. Alright, so let's see what kind of score we get, because I think we're going to get for about 7k, but you can get 8k with this deck. I just changed it. We did get, oh, we got an SR and another skill. Alright, so what did we get? 71? That's pretty bad, but I ran it bad, to be honest. Alright, so we got Visor Shock. Alright, when this card is normal, flip summons. Alright, so it's kind of a thing that puts back all set cards. Whatever. Alright, so that's pretty much how you get about 7k points. You can get 8k, but you do need to burn your life points more. Once you do burn your life points, like if you start playing aggressive and setting a bunch of cards to the grave, then you start taking a lot more damage. Burn yourself and you leave yourself under your opponent. Ideally, you want to burn when you pay 1,000. You should be under 1,000 life points, and then you're gonna get guaranteed 8k. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great day and see you guys.